Alright, so this is like my Halloween story time type thing. I know I'm a gaming channel, but fuck it. I'm gonna just tell y'all this story. I'm gonna try to make it as quick as I can because I'm at work, as you can see. And I just gotta get this fucking story out. So, let's get right to the point. I think I was like 18. It was a couple months after I graduated from high school. I stayed back, mind you. So that was my second time doing the 12th grade over. But this year I had graduated. And I was talking to some girl. I think she was like 19, 20, 21. But she was older than me, mind you. And we was hanging out for a minute. You feel me? And, you know, she used to always talk about some, like, spiritual shit. And, like, how she would see spirits. And one day, what was the story? She was walking home one day as like, I think she was like a young teenager, like 12, 13, some shit like that. And some lady appeared in front of her telling her, oh, don't walk this way today. Like her normal way that she would walk home. And the lady like guided her back home a different way. And supposedly the lady just disappeared out of nowhere because she rung the bell to get in her building, and when she turned around, the lady wasn't there no more. And come to find out, the very next day, I guess some girl at her school got raped. Like, not no funny shit, but that's what happened. So she think that was like a guardian angel, but she got mad stories like that. So, you know, it was interesting to me because I'm interested in stuff like that, the spiritual realm, aliens, and all that good shit. You feel me? But let me see. It was probably like 2 months after I graduated, probably like August, September. I don't know. But surprisingly, my mom let this girl spend the night and she stayed for like a good week. I'm so surprised because this is my mother I'm talking about. Like, she wasn't fucking around with shit like that. Especially, I was having sex. So, I'm surprised my mom let this shit go down. So, anyway, everything was pretty okay. And then this one day, my mom came home and flipped the fuck out. I guess she was having one of her moments. I go into that another day or whatever. But yo, my mom flipped the fuck out so bad that day. Like, she kicked everybody out. Me, this girl, my brother, we all had to get the fuck out. It had to be like maybe like 2:30 in the afternoon, something like that. It was summertime, so it was hot as shit. Like hot as shit. And pretty much, long story short, I was living in Irvington, I think it was. If I'm not mistaken. I was living in Irvington. Hold on. Alright, my bad. It was noise in the background. But yeah, so anyway, I lived in Irvington, New Jersey at the time. And this girl lived in like Elizabeth or whatever. I was working like a little summer job with my grandmother's ex-boyfriend or whatever. Yeah, my grandmother has boyfriends and shit like that. But anyway, that's besides the point. I was working a summer job, so I had bread that summer. And I'm like, yo, instead of us walking from fucking, if you from Jersey, you know, walking from Irvington to Elizabeth is dumb fucking far. That's like walking. Me and my brother did that walk a few times, but for us, it was like maybe hour 30 minutes, 2 hours, something like that, because we were bullshit on the way there, but we also walked fast. With this girl, I don't know what the fuck happened that night. So we're walking, mind you, it's 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Sun's all the way up, so we're walking. Everything's good. I'm like, yo, you want to just catch the bus or take a cab there? She's like, no. Everybody just kept saying no to everything, because I really did not want to take that fucking walk. It was hot. I was aggravated. My mother blew mine. Like, I was pissed the fuck off that night. Well, that day. And it's like, yo, I really don't feel like walking this girl here. Like, walking her all the way back to her house. That's a long ass walk. And she was walking fucking slow. So, a normal 1 hour, 30-minute walk to 2 hour walk for me and my brother turned into a all night thing. And I'm going to tell you why. So, she refused everything. She didn't want to do nothing. Like, nothing. Alright, sorry again. But yeah, she didn't want to do nothing really. Like, she just wanted to walk, and she was like, at first she was cool. Like, we was talking about the situation while my mom flipped out and all that. And then I forgot, it's like an in between, like, little small town between Irvington and Elizabeth that you walk past. It's like this, it's like a nice little neighborhood, like real fucking nice. So nice that they don't even have street lights. Nice. It's weird. So across the street from the high school that's over there, it's like a baseball field or some shit for the kids to play. And we sat over there for a minute because, again, a typical walk for me and my brother that takes almost 2 hours was taking much longer. So niggas was tired. So at that point, we was like at the halfway point to getting to Irvington. And no lie, when we sat there, the sun was up. It had to be maybe like 5-ish when we sat down. I kid you not, we sat there. To me, it felt like we sat there for like 30 minutes to an hour. But by the time we got the fuck up, dude, oh my God, it was fucking dark. It was pitch dark. Yo, I don't know if we was like stuck in some type of time warp or some shit like that, but yo, it went from like 5 something to like almost 9 o'clock at night. So the sun was down, and it's summertime, so you know it takes, like, the sun don't go down to almost like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the summer. So anyway, me and my brother like, all right, we gotta go. We gotta go. Mind you, I'm like 18 at the time, going on 19. My brother was like 17, some shit like that. This when the freaky shit starts. So we're still in that area. It's like, because again, me and my brother did this walk before, and it's like, it's this, like, if you walk down, it's like a forest type area, but it's like a trail, and on the side of the trail you can see like a little river type thing where you see like beavers and shit like that. It's like, it's mad nice in the morning. We've only ever seen it in the morning and early afternoon. I've never seen that shit at night. So we walked past that spot, and no lie, the bitch froze. Mind you, she's behind us walking, me and my brother walking, and she, like, my brother's like, yo, what is she doing? We turned around, like, she's looking at the entrance. She's at the entrance, frozen. I put that on everything I love. She was frozen. So I go up to her. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? She's not responding. So I grab her by her wrist, like, yo, come on, baby, let's go, you know, da-da-da. No lie. She pulled her arm away, grabbed my hand, whispered in my ear, and was like, baby, let's go. I put this on everything I love. When she said, baby, let's go, my body froze, and she started guiding me down that dark path. And my body was frozen. Mind you, I'm scared shitless. Because I'm like, yo, I don't want to go in there. It's fucking dark. And I'm being a pussy right now. So, hold on. So yeah, as we're walking, like, she's guiding me, holding me, whatever she, like, her saying that in my ear, for whatever reason, like, she had some type of fucking spell over me that night. I don't know what the fuck happened. So my brother comes up like, yo, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? He grabs me by my arm. And when he grabbed me, it's like my body woke up. And when that happened, I was able to grab her again and like, yo, let's go, let's go. So I'm pulling her. She's fighting me. I'm skinny, but I'm strong as shit. And I knew she couldn't like, strengthen me or whatever you want to call it. So I'm pulling her. And she would not fucking move. Like, her strength was crazy. Like, she had strength out of nowhere. Like, that shit was nuts. So yeah, so it's like a tug of war battle, and then after a while she just gave up. She was like, fuck it. Like, she had an attitude. So I'm like trying to get her to walk in front of us. She refused. So whatever. She's walking behind us. I'm looking back. She's still behind us. We crossed the fucking street. My brother looked back. He was like, yo, where did she go? I look back, she's nowhere to be fucking found. So it's like this long ass block. If y'all ever been in New York or live in New York, bruh, it's long blocks like that. Long New York blocks. You feel me? So I ain't see her. But that was the only way she could have went within 2-3 seconds. 2-3 seconds. I'm gonna say it again. 2-3 seconds. So me and my brother running down the hill. Because again, that's the only way, like the only way she could have went. Because we would have caught her going across the street. She turned down that block. We're hauling ass. It was a man in his garage getting shit out his truck. And we asked him like, yo, did you see a girl walk past you? He said no. Remember that? He said no. So we kept running down. Mind you, by the time we, as we were running, I see this bitch. I see her. And she's slow rolling. Walking mad slow. Mind you, we turned around. She was gone for like 2.5 seconds. 2.5 fucking seconds. And she was damn near, because at the end of that long ass block, it was another entrance to that forest, which is mad odd. She was damn near right there. Mind you, the guy that we stopped to ask, he did not see her walk past him. And we're running. When we caught up to her, we were out of breath. That's how far it was. That's how fast she got down that goddamn hill. I said, yo, how the fuck did you get down there? You didn't run. Mind you, she had a little weight on her. She ain't run. She wasn't out of breath like we was. And when we caught up to her, she was slow rolling, taking her sweet time, like she'd been walking like that the whole time. I kid you not, that bitch teleported down there. She teleported. From point A to point B in 2.5 seconds, she teleported. I know people gonna think I'm tripping, but my brother was with me that night. So mind you, at this point, me and him is freaked the fuck out. We don't know what the fuck is going on because, again, we ran to catch up to her. And she was walking. We're out of breath and she's not. So again, we walking her back up the block to get her back on the road where we gotta go to get her home. Mind you, at this time, it's probably 10 something. I don't know. I lost track of time at that point because I'm frustrated. My phone was fucking dead. I was annoyed. And mind you, we had them old ass phones. I think that's back when, what's the Boost Mobile shit's the chirp. Because again, this is 12 years ago almost. So, anyway, we're walking. She's in the front now. She has, again, her attitude is on 1,000 at this point. So we're walking. It's like this cutaway. We cut through. And she's starting to get all aggressive and shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? I don't do the whole, I barely arguing with women. I'm a grown ass man. I'm not gonna argue with a woman unless it's a valid fucking argument. If it's about some bullshit, you ain't gonna catch me doing it. I'm gonna just walk away and make you look dumb. But this bitch was starting to get aggressive, real aggressive. I'm just like, yo, just go ahead. She's in the front. We're still behind her, so she don't pull no disappearing act. I don't know how the fuck she did it. Next thing you know, I guess me and him both blinked at the same motherfucking time, bro. The bitch was across the street. She was in front of us, and next thing you know, she's across the fucking street. Across the street, bro. Hold on. Yeah, bro. So she's across the street, right? And me and my brother running across there because she's walking down the darkest block. Mind you, in that neighborhood, it was no fucking street lights, at all. So it was dumb dark. Freaky shit was going on, and me and him both was freaked the fuck out. So we stopped her from going down that dark ass block across the street. And she willingly, surprisingly, wasn't aggressive. But I guess she felt like we were already scared, so I guess her shit was working. Anyway, so we got more on a busier block. And it's in this busy block, it's this big opening where you can get a full glimpse of the whole forest. It's a big ass open field, and at the end of the field, it's the forest. Yo, no lie, she started slapping me. Like, it started off with like hitting, because she wanted to go to the, like, down in that open field to walk to the forest. But I wouldn't let her, obviously, because I'm trying to get home. I'm ready to go. I'm over the night. She started hitting me, like, little light hits when I'm blocking it. But niggas in the car, mind you, this is a white neighborhood. Real white neighborhood is nice and, mostly white people. No offense. But, yo, niggas seen that shit. Yo, hold on. Yeah, so people seen what was going on. And that's the part that just was, like, blowing my mind. Because I'm like, yo, you making this big ass scene in front of people. Like, driving by and shit like that. And instantly, they gonna see 2 black males and a chick. Instantly, y'all know how that's gonna turn out. And I ain't trying to be a part of that. Getting hemmed up in the situation that I didn't even fucking cause. So my brother like, yo, y'all gotta chill. People is looking. I'm like, yo, bro, it ain't me. You see it ain't me. She's tripping. So when I said that, when I said she slapped the fucking shit out of me, that shit brought a tear to my eye. That's how hard she hit me. Then when I looked at my arm, because that shit started burning, right here on this arm, it was 3 lines like that going straight down. 3 scratch marks going down that arm, just like that. Which is why I have Faith tatted here in the first place. So, like, that slap, like, it just shocked me because I didn't think that she was going to hit me that hard. That shit caught me off guard. So she started walking down the field to the forest. It's hard to explain, but it's like she was walking but phasing. Like, she would be here, you see her walking, and then it's like a phase, and then she's jumped. Like, it's like a it's like a teleport thing. It was weird because it was a good distance again. And I started running for her because I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Because 1 minute she was here, then the next minute it's like that, then like that. But she's walking. If you get what I'm saying. It's hard to explain the shit. But she made it to the entrance, right? And I grabbed her by the wrist. I'm frustrated. I'm like, yo, let's go. She got in my ear again, whispered in my ear again, and was like, baby, let's go. My body froze, and I started walking in the forest wild. I kid you not. So my brother running like, yo, what are y'all doing? He's pissed. He don't really curse, especially at that time. He didn't really curse, but he like, yo, what the fuck is y'all doing? Like, he was pissed. And I'm just walking. Mind you, I'm scared as shit. Don't want to go, but I'm walking. So he grabbed me again, and it's like a tug of war thing. But he grabbed me enough, and my body woke up again. When my body woke up, I yanked her as hard as I could, and I just started aggressively, like, no lie, pulling her, because I'm like, yo, I gotta get this bitch home. So after that, once I got her away from the forest again, she's like, started to relax a little bit more. She was quiet, but she started to relax. So finally get her home, right? I tell my brother to hold her apartment door because for whatever reason she claimed she couldn't find her keys or whatever. So we got somebody to hold the door for us, and he coming around the corner because the bitch did not want to go in her apartment. He comes around the corner like, yo, I got somebody to hold it, and yo, she's making a whole scene on the block. Mind you, at this time it's probably like 1, 2 in the morning. 1, 2 in the fucking morning, bruh. Niggas is coming outside. Mind you, we in the hood now. So you know they was being nosy. Then again, it's me and my brother, one chick. So again, how does that look? She started flipping out, yelling, making a whole big scene like she don't want to go in the house, just flipping the fuck out. So at this point, it's dumb late, and I don't want to go to jail that night. So I'm like, fuck it. You know what? I'ma just handle it. I'ma just let her go, because she talking about she want to go to the park and all this other bullshit. I'm not with it. I'm like, now my brother's my responsibility. I got her home. People see her in her neighborhood. They see her. And I walked off. I left her that night. Let's say about a month or two later, she hits me up randomly. This is back in the day, so it was like emails and other shit like that. She hit me up, like, oh, I want to see you. All right, cool, cool, cool. I go over there because I wanted to ask her some questions about that night. So I brought my brother. She looking at him like, oh, why did you bring him? I'm like, fuck you mean? That's my brother. Like, why wouldn't I bring him? You feel me? And she was like, oh, well, I don't want him to come in. I was like, well, you asked me to come, and I brought him. So he sits in the living room. Me and her go in the room. She sit on the bed with her legs crossed on the computer like, oh, who are you talking to? I'm like, wait, what? Mind you, I was talking to somebody, but how the fuck did she know? It's like she read my fucking mind. So I'm like, yo, first off, I ain't answering no questions because that has nothing to do with you. I only came just to figure out what the fuck happened that night. I don't remember what you told me. I'm like, how the fuck you don't remember? You slapped the shit out of me and you scratched the shit out my arm. What are you talking about? Oh, yo, she says she don't remember nothing. But all jokes aside, if my brother wasn't there with me that night, I don't even know what the fuck would have happened. I could be dead or anything. You feel me? But I'm out. Wait. And before because I was gonna end it right there. Hold on. But also, I spoke to my grandmother's ex-boyfriend, the one I said I was working with for the summer, doing construction shit. But he's into that spiritual shit because he's from the islands and all that. He was telling me like that situation with arguing with my mother, like it had something to do with her spirit. Like her spirit was extremely broken. So when we went past that area, it was something in that area supposedly that just possessed her, basically. So that was my first encounter. Well, not even my first encounter. I have other stories, but this is when I was like third, fourth grade, when I was much younger. But this experience right here made me a true believer of demons and shit like that. I have mad other stories, but this was the one that made me a true believer in demons and possessions and shit like that. So yeah, for those of you that don't believe it, shit like this is real. I just want you to know that. But yeah, now I'm out. Don't forget, if you enjoyed it, let me know. I got a hell of a lot more stories with different shit. But your boy is definitely out the sound. Peace.